Welcome to MMA, the best MMA show around the world. Mighty
And still
Devin Debo Taylor.
Still Devin Taylor.
Well, you know, we have the new format, so we jump right into it. Devin won the belt because we have horrible judges. Let's move on. So news and rumors this week.
Oh, I love the bitter. I just eat up all that hate.
I got some. Yeah.
Just eat it all up. I love it.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
I mean, finally that shoe it's on the other foot. All those bad decisions.
You know what the other shoe's going to be? Right up your John Brown hind parts.
All those bad decisions you used to get, and now...
How do you feel?
You know what? Now I know how you feel.
It doesn't feel any worse, does it? You have the belt, you don't really care.
I don't deserve this win, but man, you know what? I like it.
See, there you go. That's how I feel all the time.
And I know that you just spent like the whole night just angry at the world.
No, I was just angry at you, actually.
And you were probably angry at Alex.
But let's break it down. I'm not mad that Debo won the belt.
Yeah, you are.
Maybe
okay, continue.
I'm not mad too much that it was a bad decision.
Yeah, you are.
Maybe
okay, continue.
But what I am mad about is Ally Quinta, because every time I bet against him, I lose. You know what that means? I'll still never bet on him. I don't care. I'm going against him.
What it means is don't bet against the power of pizza. Okay? This fight, that's the only part that makes it okay. I knew how this fight would play out. I knew it'd be close, and I knew that the power of pizza would have to come through for me.
Pizza boy, I don't want to hear it. But I was happy to see that his true colors showed at the end of the fight. You booing me! You booing me!
I can't say what he said after that, but it was not love for the fans.
It was not love.
Hey, but you know what? If I just 15 minutes put your heart and your soul on the line, and then the fans boo, that's gotta hurt.
It's part of the game, man. It's part of the game.
But
I mean, look, you just won the belt, and I'm booing you.
But if right after you lost, if we had put a mic in your face, you probably would have said, "Get that mic out of my face! I hate you."
Yeah, I probably had some choice words too. That Fox would not let me say on live TV.
Yeah. They would have bleeped you. You would have got bleeped.
Obviously, we were talking about this past weekend's fight, UFC Fairfax, Virginia, free on Fox Sports 1.
All they need to know is Debo wins the belt, and I think that ties it back up there, boss.
It is, and I've had the lead the whole season, and it's tied 6-6. I feel back in my favor this weekend.
In a fight, this is the champ is just. He finally is getting those championship rounds, and he's just working somebody.
We'll see what happens.
You're just getting worked now.
I can't wait to
You've been on the ropes for a while, you're doing the stanky leg.
I'm gonna edit this back in later after I get that strap back. You know what's going down.
You've said that for weeks, baby. Weeks.
Dude, this is the first time you've even been tied. You never had the lead this season. You're just barely tied. I've had the lead the whole season. So it's all great.
Started it and it was tied, but you know.
You mean because there was no record yet?
Yeah.
Okay, so we came out the gates equal, and then ever since then I've been
it's tied.
On fire. It's like NBA Jam, bro.
He's on fire. I really hope you win this week. I'm not
tripping. Why?
You're not tripping? I'm just saying because you talk a lot.
It's
you've been losing. You've been on a consistent losing streak.
It's all good, baby.
Once again, if this was the UFC, you're Crow Cop. You just have had that real bad losing streak.
Speaking of which, we'll be talking about him later. But this past weekend, obviously, like I said, UFC Fairfax, Virginia. Chad Money Mendez against the Highlander, Lamas. That was...
Well, they say his right hand's the moneymaker?
It made some money that night.
It showed it.
Lamas was like, I don't know what the hell was going on.
Once again, I just appreciate a champ like myself. When you just know the dude's out, you hit him with that one, you look over at the ref and say, get him out of here.
You know what, though? I mean, that's...
Because we're almost at that point. I feel like looking over at the camera being like, get this guy out of here. Let me get some real competition. Get him out of here.
He got jokes. He's got jokes.
I got jokes for you.
The thing about that with Chad Money Mendez is You all right? You all right over there?
We're good.
Okay.
Just wanted to make sure.
It's a little bit of ego, because he's like, I can finish him, and it's also a little bit of ego, but more respect. It's like, I really don't need to damage this guy anymore. Just stop the fight. And
Yeah, no, I mean, it was legit. He wasn't fighting back anymore, and he knew he was hitting him, and the guy was defenseless.
Yeah.
So he looks over at the ref and says, hey, dude, like, I'm hitting him in the grill, and he's out.
Yeah. Okay, so basically the main two fights, Masvidal, Al Iaquinta, Debo gets the belt. Main event, we both called it the way we thought it would go. So congratulations, got the belts tied up 6-6.
And I called the Gray Maynard fight, so I just feel like I'm in that zone.
That wasn't anything spectacular. Did I go like, no way, he's going to...
Yeah, you actually did.
No, I didn't.
You did
No, I
argue
didn't.
that. Yeah, you did.
Are you tripping,
You
bro?
didn't believe me.
I did not say... I said I knew nothing about who he was fighting, and did I say, I'm going to take that fight? Because obviously I didn't.
You should have, and you would have lost that one
Exactly. He's so full of crap. Anyways,
I'm full of that belt is what I'm full of,
he's full of
baby.
stuff. So anyways, the big news right now, there's a couple things going on. The real big thing right now is 186 has to be probably one of the cursed cards. I mean, I know last year, the card up in Sacramento, that was...
Demetrius Johnson was also on.
Yeah, that card was cursed, but this is another cursed card. I mean, it started off with Dillashaw Barao, that got scrapped. Rory McDonald against Hector Lombard was on there originally. Hector Lombard gets busted for PEDs and PEDs.
Real PEDs?
Real
or
PEDs,
like,
not like that.
Not
like that recreational stuff.
okay.
The real deal.
Okay, real.
And then Demetrius gets bumped up to main event to do his title defense, and then Rampage, newly back to the UFC, fights Maldonado for co-main. Bellator MMA gets the injunction from a New Jersey judge, and they grant to Bellator saying that Rampage cannot fight on UFC 186.
Those Bellator judges are doing more damage.
Bellator judges.
Bellator lawyers.
They're doing something.
They're doing damage.
Now, there's a lot of stuff obviously going on behind closed doors, and who knows what's going on. We can speculate. Maybe some of us know a little more than others. But you know.
Do I know more than you?
I don't think you do. I think I might, but you probably
you don't.
Yeah,
I do.
But we leave it like that.
I mean, the Chim don't worry about the small stuff. That's, it is what it is.
But yeah, basically, a lot of people are campaigning to try to save the card. But right now, I mean, that card, it looks, it's just bad. It's doomed.
Poor Demetrius Johnson, man. I think he gets a cut of the card because he's been a champ for a long time, and that's like $20 because
it's probably a McDonald's voucher, really.
It really is bad. He just can't get on a card that makes any money, man.
I mean, when all the initial fights were scheduled, it was a good solid card.
He thought he was gonna make some money. I think I get paid more than he does. I mean, he's got that good Xbox.
He does have that Microsoft.
I mean, at some point, it's just getting, once they take away, he can't get a banner, he get it tatted on his chest.
Yeah, just tat it
right there. Put one big old X.
Just a X gonna give it to you.
Get your money, son.
It ain't pimp my ride, it's pimp my chest. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, do what you gotta do for that money.
So anyways, that's big news. Like I said, a lot of people are trying to campaign for that slot, try to fill it, try to help out. Maybe not just get a fighter to fight Fabio, but maybe get another whole fight on the card.
I mean, they got to do something. Fabio is a good fight. I mean, him versus almost anyone is a fun fight to watch, but he isn't the name draw that they really are looking for, which is why they had Rampage there. So Rampage getting KO'd by a lawyer, that hurts. Yeah, I mean, they do need the star power if they want to get those buys. I mean, yeah, they can bring in a fighter that's going to be a good fight. I see Tom Lawler was campaigning to go against him. Don't nobody know who Tom Lawler is. I know. I mean, hardcore fans do, casual fans probably don't. And I'm not saying that wouldn't be a good fight, because it could potentially be a good fight. I mean, his fighting name is Dirty. Yeah. So you like that, Dirty Lawler. I think actually it would be a good fight, but the problem is there's no star power in it, and it's not going to help with the pay-per-view buys. I think Maldonado knocks him out cold. I would say, first round. Probably first round. Someone brought up that Maldonado has dirty hands. Someone brought up Hendo. Hendo would be good. I wonder if Glover hasn't fought. Glover is scheduled to fight right now.
Yeah, he's scheduled to fight. I want to say it's
Glover,
Ryan Bader.
Glover versus Maldonado would be. I mean, they've already fought, but it was an awesome fight.
Yeah, that would be a great rematch.
That one's a great rematch because those two just stood in front of each other, just threw dirty leather.
Hell yeah. But I mean, right now I saw earlier today, Bendo campaign said, "Look, open call. I'm down to make 170. Fighters hit me up. My boy Masvidal."
You know what you should do? You should take Masvidal again. I'll take Bendo, and I'll just keep this around my belt, around my waist.
Who knows? Maybe that fight happens.
And you still call it wrong.
As long as it ain't Ally Quinta, I'm all good.
The power of pizza is so good.
I wish I had a pizza and I could just throw it in your face.
And I wouldn't worry because this pizza is powerful. It's so powerful.
Another thing that's in the news right now, apparently Melvin Gillard was scheduled, I will say was because he's not anymore, was scheduled to fight this weekend for World Series of Fighting where he has been, but they have not been able to get a hold of him. I guess they put out the feelers and said, hey, if we don't hear from him by a certain time on Monday, which would be April the 6th, we got to pull him off the card. They didn't hear from him. They pulled him off the card.
You know, Melvin Gillard is what I call a knucklehead. Okay, this is someone who just doesn't make smart decisions. And that's a knucklehead.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do?
I think he's a character.
Well, the problem is,
this is what happens.
They need to get their medicals. They need all these things in a row. They just can't wait till the last day and be like, hey, I'm here, boss. It's like, no, you have to have some form of communication with your boss, which is the World Series of Fighting.
If you have a job, no one's going to feel bad for them. Everyone knows, oh, man, I don't want to go to work today, but I got to get paid, so I got to do what I got to do.
That's it.
I don't want to go to work ever, but I got to do what I got to do.
So,
I show up late every day. Every day.
He ain't lying, let me tell you. He ain't lying. So this weekend, we got the three for Sutherland.
And you still got no chance.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
You bring your 3 for, and I 1, 2, and then I put them down with the 3.
So we do have Bellator 136 in Irvine, California. We have World Series of Fighting. And we have the UFC, which is over in Europe this weekend, in Poland. I'm happy to say, total last minute, didn't think this was going to happen. I put in the media request, the media credentials request for Bellator. I know it was very last minute. I didn't think I was going to be able to go, but I put the request in. They sent me the email yesterday morning, so I'll be in Irvine this Friday representing the MMA Made Show.
And you'll be there and you'll watch your fighter lose up close and personal. It's beautiful.
Well, let's jump on it then. Let's jump on it. We got Will Ill Brooks against your boy, Jansen.
No. Hit him with the mud combo. Jansen's your boy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So who you got then? Champ?
You're taking Jansen and I'll take Ill Will.
Ill Will? Yeah, you sure?
Yeah, I'm very sure. What happened?
You know what? I think this is a lot closer fight than people expect.
That's good.
I think this is a closer fight. Yeah. You know, coincidentally, Jansen lost to Ricardo Lamas. That's one of his 2 losses.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with this fight. Okay.
Yeah, and the other one is, I can never pronounce his name because I don't pronounce it. It's Marcellus Charus.
Okay.
Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know.
No idea.
But anyways, that's his 2 losses.
Think about it real hard. Yeah.
I'll go with Will.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Will.
Hop on my back.
Because the key is here is
it's strong.
This ain't checkers. This is chess.
Yeah, okay.
We got to make it strategy.
It's the strategery.
You got strategery. Joe Schilling's on that card too. You taking his opponent? He's fighting some guy I can't pronounce.
Yeah.
But I think it's Rafael and some Brazilian last name.
Yeah, I do know. But Carvalho.
Yes. Yeah,
you're
so
welcome.
you're taking Rafael?
No, I'm not.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Why? Joe Schilling's only 2-3 in MMA.
I know, but he's like 35-0 in kickboxing. Nice try though, buddy.
Dude, Rafael's gonna take him down and submit him.
Then you should take him.
You should totally take him.
Yeah, nice try.
All right, so we both take Joe Schilling. All right, so there's the Bellator card. We got that locked in. World Series of Fighting. I think the only fight now that's, as far as name recognition goes, is the main event, and that's David Branch against Ronnie Marks. And I know you want to take Ronnie because he's your boy from back in the day.
You know what?
Did you used to roll with him?
I didn't ever roll with him, but I'm not going to take him.
Are you sure? You
Yes.
taking David Branch, huh?
I'm going to take David Branch, yeah.
All right.
So you can take Ronnie Marks.
You know what? I'm going to come back to that in a second. I'm going to think about that for a second.
Think about it. Think about it.
Let's fast forward now. UFC in Poland on UFC Fight Pass. We have a rematch. Gabriel Gonzaga against Mirko Cro Cop.
This is your best shot. Right
So,
there.
champion first.
This is your best shot because I'm going to go... Oh, I forget his name. It's awesome. It's like Opao or Umpao or something. His Brazilian name is just funny, and it's like, it's not Frog. It's something weird.
Yeah. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Gonzaga's Brazilian name.
Oh, Nepal.
Nepal. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And
I thought you were talking about some random person. I know.
No.
Okay,
that was close.
okay.
Nepal. And I think it is Frog.
Okay. I think it is actually.
Which is weird because he looks like a big hairy bear.
Because isn't that Rafael Natel's nickname also?
I think so.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Gonzaga. I don't think he wins by head kick this time. But I think he takes this fight.
Yeah. Okay. I would agree. Gabriel Gonzaga does take this fight. Mirko, he is 3-4 in his last 4 fights, but those are outside the UFC. Gonzaga's 0-2 in his last 2 fights. His back's against the wall. If Cro Cop loses, he can still probably hang around. If Gonzaga loses, he probably gets cut. I still think Gonzaga's a little younger, a little fresher. I got to go with Gonzaga on this, but I would agree. I don't think it's going to be some devastating KO, and I think he will have the mental edge too because he beat him last time in a pretty devastating fashion.
So you're basically just jumping on my back.
No, what I did is actually I broke down the fight in a strategic point of view in a manner where you just kind of like rambled and mumbled a little bit.
And then you ended up with, I'm going to pick the guy that you picked.
Well, I mean, I just wanted to see what you were going with.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So we both got Gonzaga.
Yeah, I do. And
Okay.
then you're going to hop on the,
Yeah, and I'm going to take Ronnie Marks. I think he beats David Branch.
Ronnie Marks, there it is.
That's for the belt, baby.
Boom.
See, the problem is there's no real dominating fighters in this whole week, I would say. And I still think the Will Brooks fight is a lot closer than people think.
And you could have picked it.
I could have, but I think will just edge him just enough. I don't think it's going to go to a decision.
You know what? Then I'll take Jansen.
You going to take Jansen?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we got
I knew it would work.
Now we got 2 fights.
That's fine.
Now we got 2 fights.
That's all good.
I think Will Brooks will win, but yeah, whatever.
That's cool. That's all good.
Chestnut checkers. Now I need one of
Sucker!
those. Now I need one of those guys to win.
See, the first guy loses and all the pressure's on. He's just sweating. It's all good. It's all good, bro. I feel better now because when I interview Will Brooks on Friday, I'll be like, dude, my co-host totally said you were going to lose this fight. What do you got to say to him?
I'll be like, yo, it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do, baby.
It's all about the belt.
It's all about that belt.
All right, champ. It's tied, so this is who gets the lead.
I mean, we'll find out.
All right. Thank you guys for watching tonight. The champion this week, Devin Debo Taylor.
It feels good.
Mighty's coming back, though, baby. I'm getting that strap.
Maybe.
Maybe? I said maybe. Everyone have a great night. We'll see you next week.